One more year with the trophy. Yep. I was expecting a little bit higher score, to be honest with you. I was thinking we're going to do better than what we did, but we'll figure it out. But the weather, yeah, it was different. I haven't seen weather like this in a while. So, but we threw it, pounded out, and we're here. We won it.
I saw a lot of kids show up. When you're practicing for 3 months, you're hitting the same people, and then you start seeing them kind of develop. And it gives you a lot of pride. And that's the biggest thing that I saw of these kids is they work hard, and it was their time to shine, and unfortunately got cut short.
Just doing it long enough, you just build off experience, and we've been here before, so we won't let it affect us too much. Just continuing to trust the system, alignment, assignment technique. We gave up a big play right there to Coachella on a mental error, and the way we play and our standard is that's not acceptable, so we'll make those corrections and just keep putting one day at a time.
I'm definitely disappointed the game got canceled, but I think we did see, what's going to happen this year. We are going to run the ball. We're not scared of anyone. We're definitely going to do what we want and not let people bully us around.
The guitar. That is a hard rock. That is a head. You've won the toss. You get to see defenders first.
I was super comfortable. Our team has so much chemistry. I love it. We're just doing so good, and I'm so upset that this game ended. But we thought we were going to play again, but we didn't. So we were all upset. But if we get another chance, we're going to finish the game.
Gotta have that killer mentality. We gotta put it in. When we get those chances, we can't let them go by.
Got a lot to work on. Get there. So I feel good about the win. It's not the way I wanted to win tonight, but we'll get there.
Ball out on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ball out.
Where did week 1 go?
I know. I was just talking to you about that. It just seems like it was so far away, but it went by super fast, and here we are at week 2.
Yeah, it is week 2. One that we weren't sure was going to happen just because of the storm and some cancellations, but we got it done. There's some Thursday night games. Of course, tonight is Friday. I'm Tim O'Brien. That is Tali Latoy. It's Friday Night Lights right here on NBC Palm Springs. Of course, sponsored by our friends at Honda the Desert. Our buddy Gil's at home watching right now, so he'll be in here soon for sure. But join us every Friday night right here at 11. We want you to be a part of it, just like last year. No different this year. It's an interactive show. Hashtag CVFNL. Send us your videos, your pictures, whether you're at the game, in the stands, the sidelines, the cheerleaders, the band. You know what to do. Send it to us. Hashtag CVFNL.
And, well, Tim, let's get right into it. We had a lot of road games today, but thanks to some great parents and our CVFNL hashtag that a lot of you guys used at home, we were able to have eyes at nearly every game. So let's start with Xavier Prep. They hit the road to Pasadena against the LaSalle Lancers, and I want you to take a look at that man right there. That is Austin McDaniel taking off after a handoff from Joe Barry. He had himself quite a day, and that would end up setting up Barry for this run right here to get into the end zone for a touchdown in just a few plays and get them on the board first, 7-0. But there was also a two-way beast. That is Tyson Ruiz also flexing out there. A big look at the pick by Mr. 21. This defense was just working tonight. Here's a look at big tackle by that big man, Daniel Snyder, tossing him to the ground. Whew. Wow. Then a forced fumble by Jesus Pesos. Forced fumbles galore tonight, Tim. They had forced 5 turnovers as well. But to put the icing on the cake, it would be by Austin McDaniel. Again, I want you to watch this, Tim. Take a look at this. The QB sets back, looks, but does not find his pair. He actually finds Austin and basically wraps up with that pick 6 right there. The final in this one goes the Saints' way in a very big way, 28-6.
Made it look easy there, coming over the top, grabbing it for the pick 6, taking it home. Big win. They would have won last week if it wasn't postponed because of the lightning. So the Prep off to a great start. There was another team on the road tonight. We were able to live stream the game. Of course, Palm Desert Aztecs looking to bounce back after a tough opening night against Rancho Verde. Some growing pains. It happens every few years in high school. Tonight, they went up against another tough team in El Centro, the Central Spartans. The Aztecs struggling against a tough defensive line in Central. Tough on both sides of the ball. The front 4 interior linemen of the defense, especially David Hartfield, was just a wall to go against, so it seemed, immediately stopping the run for the Aztecs. They tried to get something moving offensively, but they just weren't able to tonight. They put up a goose egg. They were shut out 27-0 by Central, the Central Spartans. They fall to 0-2 to open their season. They'll have their first home game, though, of the season against Mountain Point from Arizona next week. Look, this is the games where you kind of build up your team, your roster, you build up your schedule, and then you want to get it all right before league play starts in a few weeks. So.
Absolutely, and I trust Coach Forte over there, too.
Yeah,
Great guy.
Plenty of time left, but here at home, we only had one game in the Valley, which is crazy to think about. That's just the way it works, because next week there's 11 home games. So I don't know who made the schedule, so thank you very much for that. Rancho ended up not playing tonight because of the lack of practice, but now ahead of kickoff, there's a lot of sights and sounds to see, including this one right here. It's the Brotherhood and Culture and DHS. Totally different ball game than in years past. Coaches leading a prayer before the Golden Eagles take the field, looking to start their season 2-0.
Yeah, exciting time, but we're just getting started right here on Friday Night Lights with Tim and I, sponsored by Honda of the Desert. We're so excited to get the ball rolling. Coming up, we'll have highlights from the Desert Hot Springs game that you just saw, plus hear from Coach Provost after the big game.
And a look at more road games to take a look at. Some you may have missed even last night. We've got you covered right here on Friday Night Lights on NBC Palm Springs. We're back after this.
Oh, yeah! Oh, yeah!
Hi, I'm Coach Johnson from Coachella Valley High School, and you are watching Friday Night Lights on NBC Palm Springs.
Oh my goodness, I love Coach Johnson. Welcome back. I'm Tali Latoy to Friday Night Lights and Tim O'Brien right here, the man, the myth, the legend. But now to a quick look at Palo Verde Valley as they hosted our Coachella Valley Mighty Arabs. CV hitting the road for Game 2. These guys didn't get to finish last week for Game 1, so they were hungry to get something going. I wanted to thank you guys once again over there at CV for using our hashtag CVFNL. It kind of just works out for them as well. And I mean, Aaron Ramirez was taking off and putting in work. Defense held it down on their side too. So overall, just a great night for Coach Johnson and his Mighty Arabs. It was a high-scoring game by that impeccable offense and all those weapons from Derek as well. And the final on this one was 41-21 CV Aaron 2K, getting off to a great start this season. However, I also wanted to throw something else in. This is a look at CV's practice earlier this week. That's right, that's Coach Bill Johnson's birthday just 2 days ago. What a better way to ringing your 21st coach than getting water dumped on you by your favorites, Mikey Rodriguez and QB Derek Calderon. Coach Honda with the best distraction. Great assist by Coach Honda. We love him too. I'm telling you, the culture over there is just so fun, and they're all so close, from the players to the coaches. Everyone is just such a unit over there.
Yeah, well, when you're doing a lot of winning and you've got a good staff and a good team and a good roster full of kids, it's easy to have some fun over there. So congrats again to Aaron Ramirez and the CV Arabs. Now, the Golden Eagles are already halfway to their win total from last season after their win last week. The team was ready from the jump, really. You heard them in the locker room earlier. It was just unbelievable when they took the field how fired up they were. It's Coach Provost and the honorary captain leading the young men out to battle. There's a little man walking out with his crew. But to the action we go. Quarterback Messiah Smith will go out and find wideout Diego Mira for the quick six to get the Eagles on the board first. The band was loving it too here, Tyler. They had an awesome drum line. I could listen to a good drum line I can listen to all day. Still in the first quarter, it's Messiah Smith again. This time it's a frozen rope to Ozias Crawford. Hits him right in the chest. They would go up 12-0 after missing both two-point conversions. The Golden Eagles defense showing up as well. Gabriel Cancino, he's a defensive player to watch this year with a big interception to keep the momentum on the Eagles' side. Team is all fired up. They're flying on all cylinders. Didn't look like they were going to lose tonight. Beaumont transfer running back is Christian Davis. He adds another score before the half, takes it 30 yards to the house. Golden Eagles would go up 18-0, and they were not looking back. I want to show you this one last run before the break. This is Christian Davis again. Takes the ball from Messiah Smith. You see him cut to the outside, brings it back in, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, and just keeps moving his legs. I showed you a picture of him from the desert.
Oh, you did.
His legs, he looks like a grown man out there. An absolute beast. The Eagles would take an 18-8 lead into the half. Quickly into the second half now. Their offense picked up where it left off. Messiah Smith takes it himself, to the house, touchdown. 18-0, 18-8, 26-8 now. Next possession, Smith finds Jordan Gillespie, one of his big weapons that we said to look out for today earlier at 5 o'clock. He would take it to the house. Touchdown. Eagles go on to win 34-8 in commanding fashion. They have now totaled their win total from last year. They were 2-8. This year they're 2-0. And we had a chance to catch up, of course, with Coach Provost after the game.
Nice. We're feeding them love and support. Feeding them love and support. You know, it starts in the classroom, being on time, high character guys, and I couldn't be prouder of these guys, man. I'm one proud coach from all these guys right here. We've had a big turnaround since day one, and we have a goal and we're sticking to it. And it's going to be hard to stop us, I'll tell you that. DHS on the map today.
DHS on the map.
I love that. I love that.
I mentioned they are 2-0 now. They've outscored their opponents 90-16. I mentioned earlier today I had a chance to speak with the principal, Mr. Tinoco, and he said just what Provost has done around campus in terms of, you heard him there, kids are on time for class. It starts in the classroom. Their whole attitude has changed on campus, and it shows when you go up and outscore your opponent 90-16 through 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, come on. That is insane. I mean, you can just tell how much fun and just how positive of a culture they have over there. But, guys, still some action to get you this Friday night, including the Rams getting out started hot on the right foot this year. They're looking to turn it around, Tim, and they started off with a bang.
In just a bit, we'll recap last night's game in Temecula with Yucca Valley and Rancho Christian. We'll break that all down coming up after the break.
I'm Coach Reese, and you're watching Friday Night Lights on NBC Palm Springs.
Yeah, that's right, Coach, you are, and we appreciate it. Of course, all the coaches around the Valley have been great. Today we mentioned last night was Thursday Night Football, that Yucca Valley was up in Temecula. We had a chance to catch up with Coach Johnson ahead of the game, see if there's any pregame jitters.
This for a while, so I don't get too nervous anymore, but we're excited. We're ready to play. We needed a game. We worked hard all spring, all summer, so we need to go out there now and put all the pieces together and see where we're at. It's one game at a time. Don't listen to the hype. So I don't usually ever bring it up, to be honest with you. And it's all about improving, getting better every week. And we got to make sure we go out there and play this team. This is a good football team. They beat Canyon Springs last year when they showed up on our on CIF and we needed a game. It worked into our schedule. I want to play that team because those are the kind of teams that get you prepared for the season and for the playoffs.
Wow. Well, guys, let's start getting into those highlights. A very tough team indeed because, Tim, you were also talking about the beautiful day over there.
Yeah.
You were bragging about it. I just wouldn't hear the last of it. Rancho Christian hosting the Trojans, but the Eagles win the toss and they defer it. So Yucca starts off with the ball. However, it would be the Eagles that get on the board first instead. Junior Michael Ramos behind the center looking up the middle, and guess who he finds right there? Not in his uniform. So it ends up in the Eagles' hands and a big pick six by Jonathan Alexander. So this is a fast team, a really good team as we mentioned, and they run up the score pretty fast as well. Take a look at this next scoring play. Eagles, Thomas Dalton with the fake handoff and seem to have everyone fooled. He'll just run that up the sideline just a little too fast for another tutty. By halftime, the score was 20-0. The Eagles were up after missing this extra point right here. But out of the locker room, the Trojans get something together. They get on the board with this play right here. Ramos handing it off to Stephon Rogers. He takes that up the sideline and into the end zone, but they missed the extra point, but it's okay. 6:26. They're starting to get something. Michael Ramos later finds Javian Hudson for a tutty, but it just wouldn't be enough, you guys. The Eagles would take this one. The final, 40-19, Rancho Christian.
That was a fast team, Rancho Christian. One of the fastest that I've seen in the year and a half here now. But a big congrats are in order from a big game won from an East Valley team. Desert Mirage Rams get the job done on the road for their first game of the season. Their first win in several years last year, so to see them start this year off with a scrappy win out in Calipatria was awesome. There's a lot of first for them. This is a look at Arturo Alvarado's first tutty of the season, dragging everyone into the end zone. It was tight, but the Rams never stopped coming. Look at the field goal there by Denzel Rivas, and to top it all off, an onside recovery coming up by Esteban Marcelo to secure the win, which is awesome. Final 24-23. The Rams get it done. Congrats, Coach Flip and company, for flipping the script trying to make the playoffs this year.
I know, but they're doing a great job. I love their energy over there. They were very, just very overall great.
It's good stuff. Let's take a look now at the full scoreboard for schools and teams around the valley. You see Central shutting out Palm Desert, as we mentioned. Look at that one in the middle there, La Quinta Heritage, Tali.
Ooh, Coach Ruiz, go ahead, having himself a day, as well as Xavier Prep, also with the win. Coachella Valley, a big win as well. I think we got the Indio. 38-18.
Yeah, flip that.
Yeah, flip that.
Sorry,
that
boys.
one.
Sorry, boys. 0-2.
Too
That's
quick.
okay.
There's a little bit more on the next one, I believe, but you guys, just a good night overall. You know, everyone's doing their best. Desert Hot Springs with the big win as well. So, good night here in the Valley, Tim.
A lot of football left for Indio. Coach Hayes, there's nobody I would want on my side if I was down 0-2 like that to come back. So he'll get it done with the boys there.
I really do believe that. But, guys, that's going to do it for us in Friday Night Lights for Week 2. Thanks so much for joining us. That's Tim O'Brien. I'm Tali Latoy. We hope you guys join us more next week.